Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of Nerd Mode. This being a show where I introduce you to a series that you may or may not be familiar with. For today's episode, I'm going to talk about the HBO Max original series, Harley Quinn. Like always, this isn't a review, it's just me talking about a series that I really like that I recommend you check out for yourself. Harley Quinn is an animated action-adventure comedy series that follows the titular character herself, Harley Quinn. After a pretty bad and pretty public breakup with the Joker, Harley decides that it's time to go and strike out on her own. In fact, at first she decided to initially join the Legion of Doom simply for the purpose of showing the Joker up. However, first and foremost, she has to put together her lovable team of misfits slash outcast slash outsider villain, such as her bestie, the reluctant Poison Ivy, as well as other villains like King Shark, Dr. Psycho, and Clayface. With some luck and some villainous acts and planning, Harley just might be able to pull this off. Well, there might be some bumps in the road that can and should be expected. If you are completely unaware of this show, I figure I should include the disclaimer that by no means is this a kid's show. It is an adult animated show. This show holds no punches. It is extremely wild, bloody, violent, plenty of swearing and innuendos to toss around. The show does such a fantastic job allowing you to see the DC universe as well as its characters in a way that I don't think we've ever gotten to see them before, really leaning into the absurdity of it all, and it's so good. Obviously in this story you get some pop-ins here and there from heroes, typically the heroes you would think of when you think DC, but at the heart of this show, the main characters are the villains themselves. Like with the heroes, yeah, there's some big name villains you'll see pop in here and there like Bane or Joker or Penguin, just to name a few. But then you really get to spend a lot of time with some of the villains that you might have some passing knowledge of or some that you might not even know existed in general. Whether it be in smaller roles or whether it be in prominent roles like Kite Man, a character I'd heard of a little bit prior to this show, but this show is my true introduction to him. This show just does such a good job of building up this character and making you love him as the lovable goofball that he is, and you can't help but want to root for him. The show just does a really great job of how it writes and builds its characters as well as their story arcs. Without a doubt, the show does a fantastic job of Harley, but they also do a really great job of building up the characters surrounding her as well. You really do get to see a lot of their quirks on display. Because it is a show of villains, you can expect a lot of death, destruction, maiming, and mayhem. Though the show doesn't take these elements too seriously, in fact, in a very fucked up way, the show kind of leans even more into its comedy when it comes to said elements. Through and through, this is a comedy show, but from time to time, the show can lean into its more dramatic natures as well. Sometimes it can just be straight up lovely, sweet, and even touching at times. From top to bottom, this show is so fantastic and so fun. This is just one of those shows that you wouldn't expect it, but this show has everything. Action, the aforementioned comedy, drama, romance, sex. It's just, like I said, time and time again, so much fun, and I think it's just a great love letter to DC Comics. Harley Quinn is based on characters from DC Comics. Season 3 of Harley Quinn premieres on July 28th. But really, that's all I want to talk about. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day, and goodbye.